Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. What's going on? What's going on? The street trading here. Let's get it going. We're kicking off another day in the markets. Today's Monday, October 21st, 2019. Let's get it going. So, what did we see in the market? Obviously, last week, SPY ended up closing down just shy of a point and a half. Had quite a range right at the bell. I think dumped down about a little over 2.5 points before finding support at the 297 and going green to red or red to green, trying to go red to green, still closing red nonetheless, trading up off of its lows, just a little bit over a point. But going into after hours, you had a little bit of action. Pre-market, we're seeing a little bit of a gap up this morning, but that certainly doesn't mean it's going to be a bullish day. We've seen this time and time again. So, it's obviously need to be patient at the bell and see what the street is going to offer for us today. That being said, there was a lot of selling and big names going into the close on Friday's session. So it will give opportunities for value buyers to pick up some shares at these lower levels. That being said, we're not convinced that the bloodbath is over. We think there's going to be some continued selling into today's session. So we're going to be bearish, heavily bearish on our watch list. We got a few bull longs that we're looking for, but that being said, we're going to be bearish going into today's session. So let's kick it off with Tesla. Tesla obviously closed down just north of 5 points, just with the rest of the market actually, but it pulled back to its 200-day moving average, which is a significant level. We're looking for it to hold and push higher, so this is going to be our long for the day. We have a 266 price target, as you can see, going back from July. So if these levels hold and any pullback to the VWAP area gets held, and you can use this as support to risk off of. So we're going to be bullish on Tesla going into today's session. Next up, we got OKTA. They obviously, as you know, got pretty hammered back to back, like actually 3 days in a row. Don't think it's done yet. Just do not think it's done yet. Closed down just shy of 6.5 points. Obviously based out into the close, as you can see, but we think it's not done. We, obviously it cracked that 100 level, which it should have bounced off of, which clearly it just blew right through. So we got a 94 price target for OKTA. Again, if it holds below VWAP, any pullbacks get stuffed out, we're definitely going to be in heavy on OKTA. BYND, Beyond Meat. This was obviously the darling on the street in July. It's been selling off, as you can see. They got some more competitors coming into the marketplace to fill that gap, but not sure it's done yet. Obviously you had a little bit of consolidation into the close on Friday, but it had after hours action, a little bit of selling this morning as well. But it's still quite early. That being said, we don't think it's done. It might just be a pause overall. But we have a 102, 103 price target. If it starts to mitigate further south, that is going to be our target for the session today. Next up, we got EL. It's another Estee Lauder. Got not too much on Friday, but obviously the day before it got hit quite hard. Obviously, it traded quote unquote strong into the close, trading above VWAP, but it still closed down just north of 2 points. But we're seeing some action after hours on Friday, and then pre-market as well. Not sure it's done. There's a lot of room here, as you can see. To fill this gap area, we got a 181 price target. If we have a nice day two continuation, any pullbacks to VWAP to mitigate risk off of. KSU. This is a parabolic runner. So this is going to be where we're going to be looking. Obviously, you see our 141 price target, 50% retracement. If it's done, it's done. Obviously, we're not stepping in unless it's crystal clear. But as always, these levels are never sustainable. Clearly, never say never, but high probability that they don't sustain, at least at these elevated prices. So we're going to wait for the curl up to happen. It's obviously you're seeing a little bit of action pre-market to the downside. That being said, we're definitely not going to step in and get squeezed out. So we're going to wait, and we're just going to be patient and wait. And once it begins, that's going to be our target, 141. RNG is going to be next. Obviously, they're just getting slammed from their their run up. That's pretty much what we're seeing. It's going to kind of happen with KSU. Ring just got slammed. R153 target hasn't gotten reached just yet. Is it done yet? do not think so. It might have a little bit of a pause today. It's possible, but we got this on the back burner, so we're gonna watch it. And if it continues to fade out, then obviously we know where we're going. So it might just be paused. It might have a little bit, maybe a bullish day today, but overall, it's definitely not done. We're gonna wrap it up with RETA. These are the guys that are running. We're waiting patiently for these guys, and we want to push higher. We want it to actually get to the close to 200 level. If it does, then obviously the higher it goes, the longer it's going to go down. So patient with this one, but we're definitely going to be bearish on RETA. Probably not today, but we are going to be overall bearish on RETA in a big way. So we're just waiting for these guys to get exhausted. Obviously, as you can see, the volume drying up a little bit. And that's a good sign, the frenzy is over, as you can say. I mean, obviously the street still has a 200 price target. Some analysts have a little bit lower, but that's kind of a bias. But that being said, we're going to be waiting to take this thing down to the downside. So again, not sure it's ready just yet, but it's on our watch list until that happens. So as we got, guys, we got the 7 going into the session. Tesla's going to be our only long for the day. If it holds above VWAP, definitely going to enjoy it. Obviously, the market's gapping up right now, but that doesn't mean it's going to continue that bullish sentiment into the session. So we wait for the dust settle and then we step in. So any questions, guys, reach out to us. As always, be patient with price, be patient with setups, and respect your stops. If you're wrong, get out quick, conserve your capital, reevaluate the situation, and then if you're correct, hop back in the position. All right, guys, have a good one. Later.